Overview. In this lesson, you will learn how to formulate correct sentences by using the subject-verb concord. Concord refers to a logical relationship or agreement between different parts of a sentence. There are a few basic rules that need to be followed so that different parts of a sentence agree with one another. Before we begin with these rules, let's take a look at the meanings of some familiar words used in English grammar. Collective noun. A collective noun is a group of nouns that are referred to as one single unit. For example, hair. The word hair doesn't refer to a single strand of hair. Instead, it refers to a bunch of strands, yet it is referred to as one single unit. Plural. Plural denotes more than one in number. The word cars is plural as it refers to more than one car. Singular. Singular denotes one in number. The word car is singular as it refers to a single car. It is important that when we speak, we choose the correct form of the verb that goes with the subject of the sentence. If we are talking about a singular subject, then the verb that goes with the noun. It is important that when we speak, we choose the correct form of the verb that goes with the subject of the sentence. If we are talking about a singular subject, then the verb that goes with the noun must indicate the singleness of the subject. In other words, the verb must agree with the subject. Take a look at this example. The cycle is under the tree. What is the subject in this sentence? The cycle. How many cycles are there? One. Okay, so now let's see. What is the verb in this sentence? Is. Remember, is a variation of the verb be. Now think about it. If I say something is under the tree, will you think there are many things or just one thing? If you said one thing, that is correct. You will say there is a single thing that I am talking about. What gave you the hint that it was a single thing? The word is. In the same way, when we talk about something that is in the plural, we use the verb that agrees with the pluralness of it. For example, the children are ready to go to school. What is the subject in this sentence? The children. The verb in this sentence is are. Note how the word are denotes more than one. Let us try a little exercise to see what you have understood thus far. Look at this sentence. The dash were involved in an accident. Think about the verb in this sentence. Discuss the answer with your partner. Now discuss whether you think the verb indicates that the subject is singular or plural. Discuss the reason why you gave your answer. If you both said that the verb in this sentence is were, you are correct. How about the question of singularness or pluralness of the subject? Even though the subject is not given, you may have already been able to determine that the subject in this sentence is in the plural form. The word were indicates pluralness of the subject. Now, based on the sentence as it is given here, can you guess what the missing word is? It can be any one of these words. Car, man, cycles, truck, or telephones. It can't be man or car or truck because they are in singular form. It can't be telephones because although this word is in the plural form, it just doesn't make sense in the sentence. In English, as in Hindi and other Indian languages, we have different forms of the pronouns. Remember, pronouns are words that are used instead of specific nouns. For example, look at this sentence. I am 29 years old. Who is 29 years old? The speaker. Obviously, the speaker has a name, but she refers to herself as I. I, therefore, is considered a personal pronoun. There are three forms of personal pronouns. First person, second person, third person. The personal pronouns used in the first person form are I, we, my, mine, our, ours, me, me. The personal pronouns used in the second person form are you, you, your, yours, your, yours, you, you. The personal pronouns used in the third person form are he, she or it, they, his or her, hers, its, their, theirs, him, her, it, them. Earlier, we saw that the verb takes the same form of the subject based on the number, that is, based on whether the subject is plural or singular. We will now see how the personal pronouns affect the form of the verb in the sentence. Look at the rules for Concord. Rule number 1. The verb takes the same person as its subject. It agrees with the subject in person and number. In other words, a singular subject requires a singular verb. As in, I walk, you walk, he or she walks. Similarly, a plural subject requires a plural verb. We walk, you walk, they walk. Rule number 2. The verb must agree with the main subject of the sentence. For example, take a look at the sentence. One of the boys has gone to the shop. Who is this sentence talking about? In other words, who is the subject of this sentence? People often get confused by the subject of a sentence. Here, our first reaction to this question may be boys. However, we must be careful. Note the words before the boys. It says one of the boys. Therefore, the subject of this sentence is a single boy. That explains why the verb has is used in this sentence, because has agrees with the singular subject. Has is the singular form of the verb to have. Rule number 3. Two or more singular subjects connected by and usually take a plural verb. An apple, a pear, and an orange are about the same size. Here, the singular nouns that are connected by and are the subjects of the sentence and take the plural verb are. Rule number 4. When two singular nouns connected by the word and together express one idea, a singular verb follows them. Even a simple breakfast of bread and butter was rare during World War II. Here we can see that bread and butter go together and represent one thought. Therefore, the verb was denotes a singular subject. Rule number 5. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. For example, the president's wife, his greatest supporter, is always by his side. In this sentence, the words the president's wife and his greatest supporter refer to the same single person. Therefore, we use is, which is the singular form of the verb be. Rule number 6. If two singular nouns refer to different persons, the verb must be plural. For example, my mother and my teacher are worried that I will not pass my board exam. In this sentence, my mother and my teacher are two different persons. Therefore, we use the plural form of the verb be, which is are. Rule number 7. If two singular subjects are connected by and are preceded by each or every, they are followed by the singular verb. For example, every child and every parent in the building was invited to the Diwali party. How do you think this rule applies in this sentence? Yes, the two singular subjects that were connected with the word and were child and parent. When we use the word each before both the subjects, we really are indicating one child and one parent. Therefore, we use the singular verb. Rule number 8. If two or more singular subjects are connected by or, nor, either, neither, then they take a singular verb. For example, neither Geeta nor Sita was able to find the papers in time. Rule number 9. If a singular subject and a plural subject are connected by or nor, the plural number should be written last and it should be followed by a plural verb. For example, neither the child nor his parents were willing to stay at home on such a beautiful day. Rule number 10. When the subjects connected by or nor are different persons, which is first, second, or third person, the verb should agree with the person nearest to it. For example, either you or I am allowed to go to the seminar. Rule number 11. A collective noun takes a singular verb because it is thought of as a whole. For example, the angry mob seems to be in no mood to listen to any reasoning put forth by the company's chairman. Rule number 12. Some nouns are plural in form but singular in meaning. They should be followed by singular verbs. For example, the board of directors was unanimous in the decision to reappoint the president of the company. Let us review what we have learned. In this lesson, you have been taught the basic characteristics of Concord and how to apply the 12 most common rules for the same. Be sure to remember the basic principles which govern the subject-verb concord. A singular subject requires a singular verb, and a plural subject requires a plural verb. The verb must agree with the main subject of the sentence. Two or more singular subjects connected by and usually take a plural verb. When two singular nouns are connected by and together, express one idea, a singular verb follows them. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. If two singular nouns refer to different persons, the verb must be plural. If two singular subjects are connected by and, are preceded by each or every, they are followed by the singular verb. If two or more singular subjects are connected by or, nor, either, neither, then they take a singular verb. If a singular subject and a plural subject are connected by or nor, the plural number should be written last and it should be followed by a plural verb. When the subjects connected by or nor are different persons, that is the first, second, or third person, the verb should agree with the person nearest to it. A collective noun takes a singular verb because it is thought of as a singular subject or as a whole. Some nouns are plural in form but singular in meaning, and hence they should be followed by singular verbs. You may now use this time to read the reference reading material that goes with this lesson. Thank you.